Okay, there you go. Okay, now, even with them, or even before that, was there always power? Because I mean, you're hitting balls out of the park, and so was that kind of always a part of your game, or did that kind of develop during a certain period of time?
Um, yeah, it was always a part of my game, but it was more like trying to control it. So at that time, I was just
Okay.
long and lengthy. So
Hmm.
like just swinging for the fences every single time, throwing as hard
Yeah.
as I could to the wind over the center fielder's head. Like
Right.
that was always a big problem for me, is like being able to control it.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, you had to zone. You had to hone it
yeah.
in, and we're gonna get to that because I still got to talk about that week in April where you were acting a fool on that softball field. I mean, just hitting balls all over the place, winning games, doing whatever you wanted to do. Don't care who's on the other side. It's just we'll get to that too. So now, are you a scholarship kid there, or when you're recruited? I know you have different ways to get on campus, either you're a scholarship kid or you walk on and all that. I mean, did it get to that point when you committed, you were offered and uh, projected to be a big part of the team starting off?
Yes, sir. I'm a
Hmm.
scholarship kid.
Okay, gotcha. Now, grade wise, I mean, you're coming up in high school. Is that a big thing for you, or were you? Is it just easy for you? I mean, you always had good grades, or did you? Was that something that had to become a part of you getting prepared to go to college, especially a big school like that, UT?
I'd say I was pretty smart.
Hmm.
And I slacked off a little bit in high school, and it's kind of showing now that I'm in
Mm.
college. But I think my
Yeah,
grades have always been pretty
pretty
decent.
solid. Yeah. Now, did you take? You had to take the SAT, right?
No,
No.
not my because we had COVID, so it
Oh
wasn't
no,
a
you
requirement.
didn't
I
get
got out of
past it. No,
it.
you did not get past
I
the
did.
SAT.
Yep.
I'd almost say not fair, but that make me a hater. So I'm not a hater. So it's fair. That's right. I forgot about that. COVID took away the SAT. Oh
Yes,
my
sir.
goodness.
Me
Well,
too. I
you
needed
didn't have
that.
to, right. You didn't have to worry about that. Oh, I remember those SAT days, and I mean NCAA, to be eligible, you had to score a certain number. And I remember, I think I got the bare minimum, and I was already a freshman on campus. Like I took the test in the summertime after I graduated, and it was, or maybe right before I graduated, and I had to wait until I got that letter in the mail in the fall while I was on college campus waiting, and I barely made it. I barely made it. I sung all the way home. It was awesome. So okay. So then we talked about training methods. I mean, what about physically? I know you did some physical therapy to kind of get the arm and keep the arm moving in the right direction. Conditioning, because what I want to do is paint a picture for other up and coming ball players that started off like you, that want to aspire to make it to where you're at. So it's like day to day, should I be running sprints? Should I be eating right? Should I go to the gym? Is there anything that you would have done differently to better prepare, yourself for where you're at? What do you think about that?
For sure. I wouldn't say I started lifting or taking like the conditioning
Hmm.
side seriously until maybe my junior year, and that's even a stretch. And
Hmm.
it really did put me behind in college. Like that's one of my biggest regrets when it
Hmm.
comes to preparing for the next level, was not taking that serious and not doing it at all. So I always
Hmm.
thought, okay, I can throw hard, I can hit like swing back hard, but in
Yeah.
college, everyone can do that.
It's
So
different.
I think, yeah, I think that it really did make it hard for me coming in as a freshman, not knowing
Hmm.
a lot in the weight room, and it caused, actually, I feel like it, me trying to go hard in the weight room
Hmm.
caused me to have like little injuries that kept on
Mm.
popping up my freshman year, just because
Yep.
I'm trying to catch up and I'm pushing my body to like limits that should have had to have been pushed at the
Yeah, it should
time,
already
just to
already
catch
been.
up with everyone else. If I would
Gotcha.
have been preparing throughout my high school career, I don't think that would have been a problem.
Now with that, I mean, are you talking like in the gym, as let's say you're in high school, sophomore, junior, senior? I mean, how many? I'll say it like this: knowing what you know now, let's rewind and go back to high school. How many times would you have been in the gym to prepare for
Freshman,
college?
sophomore year, I would go to the gym. I think we did, or it was just part of like our softball high school class.
Yeah.
Um, Maybe it was twice a week, but even when I was in there, I did not take it seriously at all.
Right.
I wouldn't even
So
say I would have pushed myself at all at the time.
Right. So what I mean by okay. So let's say knowing what you know now. Let's say you rewound the time back, and now you're back in high school. What would you have done? It would have been, every day I'm in the gym, or
Every day.
every day in the gym.
Every single day.
What about running?
Running every day.
You hate running. You hate
I hate running, but that's my biggest.
Yeah.
Like one of the biggest things like holding me back right now is like my speed and my agility.
Yeah.
Just I have to be faster. So I'm working on it right now. Working on it.
There you go. There you go. All right. All right. But we'll see what the next generation does. They hear this word from you. They're supposed to take heed and become even better, but we'll find out. We'll see what happens with that. So now, what do you think is most important about what you should do as an aspiring athlete to get recruited? What's the number now that you've done it and you've been involved? What do you think is most important for a up and coming athlete to focus on?
Putting yourself out there, like being yourself. I'd say just getting in front of the coaches as much as possible.
That's like emails, or you mean showing up to certain showcases, camps on campus?
Showcases, camps. I wasn't a big sending emails person. I don't think that's. I'm not sure the recruiting classes right now. I don't know if they're still doing that. I wasn't big on emails. I was big with talking to the coaches, like one-on-one, in person, making sure after camps you're going up, making sure they know your name, making sure that they greet you with your name, even if they're not even interested. They know who you are because you made it known that you're there and you want to be seen. That's
awesome. That's awesome. Closed mouth doesn't get fed. That's kind of the concept. You got to say something. Yes, you got to go out there and get it. Yep. And just staying consistent, for sure. So thank you for watching the FCO Show YouTube channel. Like and subscribe here to stay up to date with the latest highlights and clips and keep up with all things catching.